over here is the winch that I got. And this Polaris is pre-wired, although it comes pre-wired for a winch install, so let's get at it. One thing I've noticed on videos though, and I see now, is the holes here do not line up for the bracket and your roller. So I've seen people drill new holes in it, and then you gotta sit where the winch sits so close to the bracket. I don't know, I've seen people play around with it, mess around with it. Somehow they got it figured out, one bolt going one way and the other way. But I'm fortunate enough to know how to weld and own a welder, so what I am going to do is I am just gonna line this up on there. I'm just gonna weld that sucker to it. Put a few good tack welds on there and call it good. So that's what's gonna get done with that. We will grab a 3/8 ratchet, and we will grab the 3/8 extension. And then, let's see. I am not sure what size bolts those are. Actually, you know what? Those are Torx. Torque screws is what we need. So it's the Torque head bit here. A star bit, or whatever. T27 is what it is. And we're gonna have I'm gonna have to switch down to a quarter bit, quarter inch drive bracket and extension though for my bit to fit. So that there. We're gonna have 4 of those bolts, screws rather, to take off of here. We have one down here, and we have one right here. So yeah, this side here, that side there, you have 4 of them all together to take off. One of the screws, and that just pops right off of there. Set that to the side. Put our screws and our ratchet inside of it so we don't lose it. Test it out real quick, make sure it fits good. It's pretty good there. So, wrap them out just like that. You know what? I got a different idea for that roller I'm going to show you guys. I think it'll work out pretty good. Now your wires for this, that's pre-installed already on the wheeler, is right here underneath here. Out there with a zip tie. We're going to cut that zip tie for now. There. We'll cut that zip tie right off it for now. Once we get done, need everything up out of the way, we'll get things zip tied back where it needs to go. But for right now, we'll do that so we got some little bit to play around with there. Then we need to go back to the battery back here, which on this one, thankfully, is not on the bottom. It's actually located in the rear driver's side, left side wheel well. Now the newer 2021 and I believe 2020s and stuff is up here underneath your storage. You take out that middle piece and your battery's there. But my radiator's right there too. But this one, the battery's back there. The earlier models, they're sitting down there on the bottom of your frame, which is why they would do that. I have no idea. But that's where they put them on the older ones. On the older models. Alright, let me go disconnect this battery before we try to do anything. I'll be right back. A couple people on videos I see was asking questions about this cable here with that circuit breaker on it. It's a 50 amp. what it is, and you want something as far as like a fuse goes, though. If something goes bad, you want something to go bad before it messes your winch up or anything, or your receiver. So this is gonna blow first. Anyway, it's gonna hook straight onto your red cables, right through the middle of it. This is coming off your receiver. Says battery right there on it. I know they don't label this one with this breaker. Alright, just like that, hooked up onto where your receiver's at. Now your other end, it's not connected here. You undo that, take that off of there, and that's gonna bolt straight onto your hot wire that's going straight to your battery there. So it's gonna be like that there. Your other end's gonna hook straight there like that. So it's gonna be like that, all the way down, and then that's going straight to your receiver. So that's how that works. Just kind of thought I'd show, just when I see a couple people confused. I'm sure they figured it out by now, but if anybody else interested and not want to know gets kind of confused with it where it don't have a label, that's what it does and that's where it goes. Just remember, have your battery unhooked. Wait to hook your battery, everything up to your battery until you got everything else done and set up. Like all this stuff I'm connecting right now, nothing's attached to the battery. So just make sure you don't do that part. Don't connect anything to your battery until you're all the way done. There's that circuit breaker connected now. Here's our house. This is what we got. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this at though. It's supposed to be a spot, I believe, if I take this plastic off. Right up here, but I'm gonna try to do it without taking the plastic off and see if there's a way I can get it bolted in right up in there with it. So we'll see as we go along. I may even be able to bolt it on top of my bracket here somehow too. That's preferably what I'd like to be able to do. Maybe drill some holes in this bracket since I don't see nowhere that it's gonna fit. The holes match up, so drill some holes to that. That's what I'm gonna do. I think drill holes in this. Maybe we'll see how much clearance I have once I get my once I set my winch in there. I may not be able to do this, so we'll see. That's where I'd like to do it. We can find out right now though. Let's see here. Put this. But this has holes to mount on the top, don't it yet? So we're gonna have to. Alright. What I'm gonna have to do to get this to go in too is this little lever right here. You have to pull it up and twist it. Okay? Now you see it sticking out a little bit there. Alright, what that does is it gives you some free pull on that spool. You can pull that spool. Okay, because this winch will have to be mounted to the top like this. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to hook that receiver to the top of that like I want it to. So let's see now. We'll get this to there. Once we do that, we got enough cable out. What we want to do is pull that back up and twist it till it goes in that little notch again. The hole, just spin that little suck. There we go. Lock it back down. Alright, I had to do that because I didn't have enough to twist this around to stick through there. Alright, some way or another, this is going to have to mount like that. So yeah, I definitely won't have the room to mount that up top like I was wanting to. So, that's gonna mount there. Alright, I'll be right back. Well, I thought this was recorded and it wasn't. So, well, anyway, you see, you're gonna have two holes to mount that on. I put a lock washer on the bolt first, put the bolt through, put a flat washer, and then your nut. And then put either thread lock or fingernail polish on it, and then put your nut on. That way you don't have to worry about that nut hopefully not coming loose on you, either one of them. Alright, so we're done with that part. This one's getting too hot. Burning up to break it on me. Cut better. These are all cheap bits, but that I'm using, but they do the job. Usually. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Just got it bolted, drilled the holes. I got it bolted straight to the top of the bracket. Plenty of room up top here for it, so I think that's gonna work out beautiful for it right there. We'll see. I think that's gonna work. I think that will do the trick. Before this one here is good, you put your winch in. If you think it's that time or whatever, or it's best to go ahead and check all your fluid, your oil there, for your front diff. That way, once you get your winch out there, you know it's gonna be a lot harder to try to do. May even have to take the winch out to do it. So get that checked. Anything else you want to look at right there before you get your winch put in. Now we're gonna start. See if we can get this winch put in there. I keep having to stop the video. I can't find my spare battery, and I'm trying to make this one battery continue to last. So we'll be back here in just a few moments. I'll show you guys something else too. See where that has that angle? Angles down like that. I mean, it's pretty much coming down. Say that's your bolt coming up. Well, you want it to sit where that angle's down, so it sits nice and flat. Don't put no stress on your cable. So you're gonna sit just like that on your cable or on your bolt. Just thought I'd show you guys that real quick too. Before I get these here, I gotta connect these first though before I keep going. I'm gonna connect these to the winch real fast, and I'll be right back again. Well, I ran into a little problem here. I'll tell you guys, when you guys, if any of you go to mount this on top the way I'm doing it here, bring it forward this way a little bit further. If I had another half an inch or so, not even a quarter inch closer towards the front, I wouldn't have a problem. But I gotta take it off and re-drill holes because it's just needs another quarter inch, otherwise it's tapping into the radiator, and this back top bolt or hole won't go in there quite all the way, you know. So dang it, I should have zip tied it to the, well, yeah, I should have figured something out and tested it out first. I should have set that bracket in there and put that on top to see exactly how far it needed to go before I drilled those holes. But anyway, something you guys don't have to do now if you do it this way. You won't make the mistake I made anyway. So alright, let me get the driller. You know, before I forget, that receiver, I'm not bolting it down or anything yet. I'm gonna zip tie it out of the way for now. So I have it right here, but I gotta go find some sealer, some gasket sealer or whatever. I've got some of that red gasket maker, and I'm gonna go around the edges of this. I'm gonna go everywhere the cords go in, because they don't have any kind of rubber grommets or anything in that. Or you can use caulk, you know, something, but seal that off really good. That's one complaint that I have about it. Other than that, it seems like a nice winch, but you know, it hasn't been tested yet either. It looks nice. Videos I seen, it looked like pretty good winch, but that's really bad right there. You don't want water getting inside of there, frying everything. So I am going to make sure that it's sealed off good. I don't like the way there's water. It just looks like water going right inside of that. And I don't know how good the bottom plate is sealed. So I'm going to go around that with sealer. Fill the holes in with sealer. And then I'll bolt it on top of that bracket when it's all said and done. But for now, I'm just going to zip tie it out of the way. And I'll get to sealing it up tomorrow. But I may do it tonight if I got to go out and buy bolts. I'll pick that sealer up too, because I don't know where I put that red gasket maker I have at, so we'll see what happens. But while I was thinking about it, I thought I'd let you guys know that too, about that, where that's not sealed up properly. get some electrical tape or something, because there's no way you can have these hot wires just bare like that showing. There's no way you can keep that like that. They should come with some kind of rubber boot or something over top of it. They can't stay like that. Alright, let's see. We gotta hold that in for 3 seconds. Okay, it's on. We'll grab this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? It's working. Now, we're gonna get our roller guard and liner here hooked up. I'll show you guys how we'll do that here in just a second. I am gonna get some tape and tape over this though. That can't be bouncing around like that. End up shorting or frying something out. Should have a rubber boot or something with that. So I'm gonna put electrical tape around it. Alright, be back shortly. Alright, this is what I did. I cut a hole in my plastic. Instead of cutting that whole piece out, normally you gotta cut that whole section out right there. I don't like the idea of that. Right? So what I did is I drilled a hole. That's pretty tough plastic. Then I bolted onto the front of that. I got that cut low enough to where that cable is gonna roll on that roller. And it's not like when I tighten it, I'm not gonna be tightening it super tight to where it's gonna crack this. Just tighten it to where it's snug and you're good to go. But I like that idea a lot better than cutting that whole section out. So that's the idea I come up with to do that. So let's see how it works. Plus, I got my helper sitting out there. Look at there. She sat in there where it's warm. That's alright though. She helps a lot. She does a lot of stuff for me. I heard, see one guy say he had to take those snap ring pliers and take out one of these rollers to get that cable and stuff through, because the hook's one way and the cable's the other way. But I tested. I got it through and back out twice. So you do got to work with it though. It's not real easy to get through. But let me start this back up and get a little bit more cable. I thought I had enough. Alright, that should be good. Let's see what we can get done here. We get this done. Get that string put through there. Get that part, see where the cable's up, just kind of gotta mess with it a bunch, but it'll eventually get through there. There we go, there's that part. Now, I got through the other day when I first got this winch twice. Exactly how I did it. I did get it through twice. I don't know why they put that cable that way. Well, I guess they have to. That's the way to put it on there. Get it kind of at an angle so I can get it through there. I forget exactly how I did it. I got it put through and back out. There we go. You just gotta get that hook through there. Once you get that hook through, you can kind of turn this turn the cable. And you can you get it through there. Right? It does take a little bit of pressing to get that. Alright, look at that. That'll look good there. I think that looks pretty good. Instead of having that big old hole cut out, you know, your whole winch showing through it, just have the roller guards and your hook showing instead of the whole deal. I like that a lot better. That looks good. Yeah, that's gonna look real good. Now I can do it. Alright, we got it hooked up now, so let's pull this string in and this line, this cable. I'm gonna get rid of this steel cable though. I'm gonna get some AM steel. Get that synthetic rope put on here. I don't like that cable. But for right this minute, it's gonna work. Alright, let's turn our remote on. There we go. We're just there, just like that. That's perfect. It don't need to go no further than that. That's awesome. So tomorrow I'll go and I'll hook it up to a tree and let it pull and tighten itself back up good, and it'll be good to go. Turn that remote off. You do the same thing. You hold it for 3 seconds. Says that Badlands Winch that I got. Let's see, right there. I don't do a whole lot of mudding or nothing like that, so 2500, that's plenty enough for what I do. Now if you're gonna go in the mud, a lot of deep mud, and pull people out all the time, so I'd go with the 3500. They got a 3500 too, that's what I'd go with. But for what I do, this 2500 is plenty. So, I know I could have used it quite a few times in the past, so I'm happy to have one on this one now. It's awesome. Now, I gotta get these hooked up. I'm not doing them tonight though. I thought about it, but I ain't gonna do it tonight. These are gun racks. I use it for a gun, but I also use it for my mattock for digging. They're made. I may order some regular Polaris ones later on, but I'm gonna drill 4 holes in it. Normally this goes on your rack. So I don't have a rack on there right now. It goes on your rack extender. I'm just gonna drill a hole, bolt them down, get some bigger, flatter washers for the bottom, bolt it down, seal off the holes I do, call it good. So, that's the next project. We'll be putting those on tomorrow. I have 2 sets of them, so. I got some other stuff here. I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow too. But for now, we'll see you guys later. Say bye. Good night. Bye. Yeah. Alright, see you guys.